Hello everybody, welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video. In today's video, we are going to be doing something a little normal for once. I know last video we just got animals and built a single room onto the house. But this episode, we're going to be continuing our construction with Sheepdog here. I've decided that that might be his name, mainly because I think it fits a little bit better than just dog. If you didn't see the last video, I had complained that I didn't get any sand. And as you can see, I got a decent amount of sand here. So let's just finish this construction up real fast. Shouldn't take too long, especially considering I do just need sandstone. So let's just toss that in right there and put up our walls. There we go. Now our furnace room is entirely finished, and all we need to do is I'm thinking a little bit of leveling up, if you know what I mean. So in this episode, we're going to be building a giant staircase going all the way up and into the next room I plan to put out, which would be right about there in that corner. That's where I want my balcony to be. But obviously we don't have a balcony yet because we don't have a room up there yet. So just go over here and fill in all of this, and we'll help Sheepdog get everything ready. I guess it would probably be better if we planned out the actual room first and where it should go. So I think I'm going to skip ahead to when that is finished so that you guys get to see the actual construction and you don't have to worry about me deciding and planning out everything for the video. So I'm going to skip ahead and get that done, and I'll meet back with you guys when it's finished. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. As you can see, there's a giant hole up there now that, if we go up these nice stairs, we can now see is almost entirely ready to be built in. So now I'm over here thinking, what do I want for my actual house? I'm thinking a nice balcony and a very large room. So I think this is going to be my bedroom, considering it is practically really close to the entrance of the home. So we're going to go take Sheepdog with us, and we're going to go try to find a nice floor first of all, because I don't know about you guys, I think floors are probably the most important thing to make first. I'm going to save my sandstone for another project, but I think I need a little bit more wood considering I'm almost out of perch. We should definitely put in the stairs first so that it's easier to get up and down. And for that, I think we're going to use oak, but I don't have much oak, so I think we're going to have to use the axe again and chop down some of those trees back there. Which is good, because eventually I want to have a lot of building projects back there, like a town almost. And I think starting it early with the deforestation would probably be best so we can get a good lay of the land. So we're just going to go out here and just chop more trees, get a bunch more wood. He had a little splash in the pond. He hasn't been as talkative recently, which is good for me, because he hasn't been... No, but you haven't. You haven't been talkative. I don't know why you're barking. But it at least makes it easier for me to not really have to worry about him as much. Specifically with the insults. Frankly, I don't like the insults. It's very rude. But let's just continue on our way. I think we have enough wood. I'm going to come back and shear some of these sheep later. Maybe for another bed. I don't know. But I think for right now, what we have to do is breed a couple of them a couple of them together so that they give us more wool for us to use. And while we're at it, we might as well breed some of the cows. We got one more sheep. There it is. But let's go over here and make some stairs. Hopefully this is enough. I learned my lesson from a while ago that you actually have to go about 4 or 5 blocks up so you don't bump your head into the wall. I went 5 blocks up so that I didn't have to worry about much of anything else. But right in here is going to be the actual floor. So I need to start planning that out. I think what I really want to use is maybe some just normal birch planks. So we're going to make a bunch of them here. This is kind of a dangerous situation for a dog to be in. Let's bring him down here and we'll show him the floor soon. Come here, sheepdog. There you go, bud. Okay. But we're only going to build out just a little bit, and then if you guys have ever watched Stampy Longnose, oh man, you might understand a little bit of how I'm going to build this room. Because personally, I really like the giant window he has in front of everything. And I think that could look quite nice in a mountainous cliffside, so I can look down and see my courtyard. Part of the reason I really wanted to build in this area was the height and then the giant courtyard right in the middle. So I think having my room be right here would be very, very nice. I think I may have made too much wood. No, worked out just fine. But then over here in the corners, not right there actually, not right there. But over here we're going to have some of these oak planks going up along the sides here. So that makes it look like little supports. And then right here on the corners is going to look like this. And we're just going to fill in these gaps because we don't really want them there. Here's the tricky part. What do I do about this little corner here? Because I think for right now I'm going to leave it. The floor is done. You can come with us now. But I think for right now I'm going to definitely leave it how it is. And I'm going to keep using this sandstone. I might not have enough. I might have already run through my entire supply of sandstone. But I'm going to stick it right through here in this wall so that we don't have to look at that stone anymore. And I'm just going to copy the exact design I had on that wall over here. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have enough. And I also don't have any more wood. Oh my goodness. There you go. A nice little wall. But I think the glass that I had smelting in here is already done. And I know we're not going to be able to get the room finished, but at least I'll have some normal place to lay my head instead of right in the middle of my lounge room. But I made that perfectly centered. That's actually so cool. What about this side? Perfectly centered as well. Oh, still not too safe for the dog. Let's put in a cobblestone trim around the borders here. Just so that it looks a fair bit nicer. Let's put in our wood. And I think this is the last wall we're going to be able to do today. Because I might be starting to run out of resources. I might have to get more resources. But I think it'll be okay. especially considering that our glass is already finished smelting. What I think we should do is block off a little wall right here. And then I need to get more oak wood, so I might as well just jump down here and just collect all this trash I've left on the ground. And I'm going to go chop a couple more trees, come back, and then see what I can do about that cliff face not looking as good as I want it to be. Might also have to get more food. I'm starting to run out. Well, I am run out. I don't have any food, but I'm going to definitely need to get a little something extra. All of those cows just moo in unison. It's so strange. I didn't know they could do that. But we're just going to chop down a couple more trees and hopefully have enough to finish this balcony. I don't want it to go all the way down to like the ground for supports. So I really want to make sure it looks good so I don't have to worry about it later on. But let's go back into the house and grab ourselves some food if we have any. I have some melons, but I don't know if I have anything else. I just saw some steak. I guess we'll eat some steak. We'll get some steak out of the way. I'm gonna wait until I lose a little bit more hunger. But up here, we could take our first rest inside the new and improved bedroom. Okay, here's the tricky part. I don't want to go all the way down, so what I think I'm going to do is just start it off there, and build up like that, so that it remains roughly symmetrical with the other side. And then I'm going to destroy that, drop it into the bottom. I think that works. Oh man. Let's destroy that too. Just get that out of here. But let's get a nice glass window here. And what I want is an open balcony out here. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, so I think I'm just going to have to block it off and call it there. And that looks pretty good. I feel like that looks nice. I completely missed the entrance to the room I was in. But let's take some coal here. And maybe some sticks, if we have any, in the chest. And let's... Oh, we have exactly 2. And let's start making sure the area around it looks good. That doesn't look bad. It could definitely be better. I'm going to have to do some improvements off camera, but it could definitely be better. Especially with the one hole in my ceiling, but I don't think anyone really minds. I think for right now, though, we should definitely consider the floor and just other decorations. So I'm going to go out here, and we're going to shear some of those sheep to get some wool. And then I think I'm going to start work on... What's over here? I think I'm going to start work on some decorations for my room. Mainly because I don't have anything, but I think having something there would look quite nice. I picked up some clay a while ago, so I'm going to toss that into the furnace, and we're hopefully going to get something... We're hopefully going to get some bricks and maybe make a couple of pots so that everything looks a little bit nicer. But I think we should get a slight bit more color. I really like blue, but I don't think I'm going to find any natural blue. Not here anyway. So I've been all the way around everywhere up here, and I don't think I found any sort of natural blue color. I had to find a swamp to get some blue color. But obviously that's not going to be much of a problem later on down the line, because for right now we have enough flowers to at least get something. If there's one thing I have to complain about older versions of Minecraft, it's the uh, color variety, because you really only have like a decent amount of colors. And if you want like browns or greens or blues, you have to go and find a specific biome that you don't even know if it exists or not anywhere close to you. Like if I wanted to get a green, I'd have to go and find cactus, and I don't, what? That's weird. But I don't have any cactus at all in my world, so I'm going to really have to wait, I guess, until I find something. We got a couple of nice flowers. I got just a little bit, just a little bit of red and yellow. Just something to help make my life look a little bit more open and pretty. But what I definitely think we're going to do is absolutely put a carpet in there. I think a nice carpet would look very beautiful. And hopefully nothing looks bad when I'm done with it. I've had a terrible track record of making all of my builds look absolutely horrible in recent times. But we're going to get a nice painting in there. Maybe some carpet. Thinking what color carpet should we do? We have blue. Let's see if we can grow any of this blue. I don't think I have any bones, though. I don't have any bones, and I already have shears. Where did I get shears from? Where did I use shears? I'm going insane. But we might as well take some of this clay. Let's take about half of it. Because I don't know if I want to make any clay blocks down the line. Let's just use these first 3. But that'll smelt. Let's go up here and really think about this one. Let's make some dye. Can I not make dye with light blue? Oh, do I need dark blue dye? Oh man. I killed some squids earlier, like in the gameplay. I think it was like yesterday that I did. Or not yesterday, the last video. Is it just that? How do I make... I don't think I can make just straight blue dye. Can I? Does that even count as a black dye? It does. So then why can't I make blue dye? I think I'm just gonna have to live with it. I don't want to use that. Let's go back here. See if we can get some shelves going on. Let's also empty out our pockets of all of the junk we've accumulated. Okay. I could also get some just plants, just normal plants like leaves. That could look kind of nice. I think we're gonna do some of that. I'm gonna use some oak wood for that actually. And then I can use the rest of the sandstone and make some slabs. And I'm gonna go back here and grab my shears. Oh, I already have some. Never mind. Never mind. Don't listen to me, guys. I'm gonna go and get some leaves from this oak tree up here. And we're just going to chop the rest of it down because I think it's kind of a waste to have just a tree stump and not the actual thing. What? What? What is going on with this leaf? I think I'm just going to leave him. He's just going to hang out there for a little bit. But right now, I think we're just about ready to start decorating the room. I would like some bookshelves later, but I can't bring myself to kill just the cows now. So we're going to have to do that a lot later. And I don't have a crafting table up here. You know, when I made that crafting room, I never thought I'd have to make another crafting table again. But here I am, plopping one down. Let's get some plants going. And I think what we could do is put our huge painting. Put our painting there. But that was really big. That was a really freaking big painting. No. No, I keep getting the same painting. That's kind of cool. I guess we'll keep it. And then on this wall, let's put down some shelves. And then plant some plants. And I guess I need to make another shelf, don't I? Or another pot, don't I? Let's do that. Let's put down a... That looks kind of nice. And then I can put like a side table here. And a side table here for my other stuff. And then right over here... Actually, I think I'm going to use a crafting table as my side table. Now, let's just keep that in the corner right there. It's kind of a bad decoration, I'm not going to lie. I don't have much stuff. Carpet as well. I don't want a yellow carpet. Let's make a red carpet. Might be a little too much carpet. It's a little too less carpet. I didn't have that much carpet. No. You know what we can do? We can make it look a little bit cooler if we take... I don't want to use my other blue orchid, but... No. I just won't use the other blue orchid. I'm going to go see if I can get some more of those red flowers. Looks like it's turning night, so I got to be really fast. I see some red over there. Or does this count as red? It's called a red tulip, and it gives me red dye, which is good. Let's get 3 of those, or 4, I guess, and then let's run back to the house. Let's kind of light it up as we go. We really don't have any need to, since everything is inside, but I would much rather appreciate my house being not in total darkness. So let's make some more carpet. And that was exactly the amount we needed. I think this looks great so far. I'm going to get some shelving in here. Make it look like a bookshelf. Maybe a jukebox. What do you think? We don't currently have any music to play, but it could be nice. But I think that's going to have to be the end of the video. We got one full room completed and decorated in one video. I think that's a record. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, please make sure to like it or share it or subscribe. I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. And I will see you guys in the next video.